Okay, so I am back with part 2 of my weight loss yo-yo dieting saga, and I'm going to try to not be so long-winded, but that is hard for me. So where was I? I was talking about how I went to have sinus surgery and I was 200 pounds, which was a shocker for me, and I told the lady to weigh myself, again, because I just didn't believe her, and it ended up looking like a fool because I really was 200 pounds. So, I have to check my notes here to make sure I don't miss anything. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do Weight Watchers. So to make a long story short, I lost 20 pounds on Weight Watchers. It took a couple months. I was getting lots of compliments. I was starting to feel really good about myself. And then I think I got cocky and I felt like I don't need to do this anymore. I can just do this on my own. And I kind of did it on my own for a while. And then I started gaining weight back, and then I tried to do it again. I tried to rejoin, but the program had actually changed and the points system had changed, and so I was just kind of lost. So I got a gym membership, and I was like, I'm going to start working out and all this stuff, and it never happened. So fast forward about 6 or 7 years, my husband and I are ready to start having kids, and so we start trying to get pregnant, and I don't know exactly how much I weighed when we started trying, but I do know that I got pregnant, and then shortly at about 7 weeks I had a miscarriage, and it was really sad, and it's a whole nother story. It was like an emotional roller coaster for me. And so instead of trying to get healthy, which is what I should have done after the miscarriage, I gave myself some time to heal, but I continued to eat the wrong things and not take care of myself. And so it took about a year to get pregnant again. And after, I think we took about 3 months off from trying, and then it took what felt like a long time to get pregnant again. So by the time I got pregnant, I was 235 pounds. I actually got up to 270 in my pregnancy, which never, ever in a million years would have thought that I ever would have weighed that much. 200 was a shocker for me, but 270 was something else. And to be honest, it was hard to be that big and be pregnant because the doctors gave me a hard time. I didn't have any health problems during my pregnancy. I had a healthy pregnancy. I did end up having a C-section, but I kind of think that I wasn't really ready. They induced me, and things weren't progressing, and it was like after 2 days of labor, I was still at a 4. I just don't think he was ready to come out, but that's a whole nother story. And also, if you want to hear my miscarriage story, I did make a video on that, and I will link it below if anyone's interested in watching that. It's the full story, so it's probably a pretty long video, but that's my specialty. Okay. After I had my son, I went from 270 to about 240, and that was pretty good. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, that's a relief, because I thought maybe I'd lose 10 pounds and then have to do the rest myself. So I went from 270 down to 240, and then I actually got down to 235, but within a week or two of having him, I went back up to 240. For whatever reason. I don't know. I know I wasn't eating healthy at all, which I should have been at that time, but I wasn't. So, the stress of having a new baby was a lot for me. I felt like that it just changed my life so much. And being 30, maybe I was 31 by the time I had him, it was a lot on me, and I didn't adjust well. I didn't adjust easily to it. Honestly, he's 2 years old now, and I finally feel like, okay, I can handle this, but it's just a challenging job, and it's a selfless job, and it made me realize how selfish that I was, as a person, just living for myself, and that's a tough pill to swallow. So I joined Nutrisystem. I don't know what made me do it, but I had always wanted to, but it was just kind of expensive, and we definitely lived on a budget. So I joined them, and I did it for about 3 months, and I lost about 25 pounds. So I got down to about 220, 215 doing that. And then I kind of got to the point where I didn't really want to pay for it anymore, so I canceled it, and I started, I didn't gain any weight back, so I just kind of started to eat less, because what Nutrisystem taught me was portion control, or it shrank my stomach at least to where I didn't need to eat as much. So, yeah. If you look at the stats on the nutrition on them, though, they're not good for you. Like, the cholesterol and the fat in those meals, it's crazy. In these little tiny meals, you know. I mean, no offense to anybody that really likes Nutrisystem, but after I got off Nutrisystem, I started having gallbladder attacks. And I'd never had these in my life before, but I mean, just crippling, horrible gallbladder attacks. And I ended up going to the ER 3 or 4 times. And the last time that I ended up going, it turned into a pancreatitis, which I don't fully exactly know what that means, but I just know that my pancreas was inflamed, and because my gallbladder was blocking bile from coming through to my liver. And anyways, it was bad, and so they put me in the hospital, and I was in the hospital for a week, and my doctor came in and said, you definitely have got to have your gallbladder taken out. So anyways, miraculously, it all worked out after a few weeks to get my gallbladder taken out. And so I got my gallbladder taken out, and I had been trying to eat low fat, and I had lost maybe 10 pounds eating low fat, just trying to avoid having these gallbladder attacks. But after my gallbladder was taken out, I started gaining weight again, because I could eat whatever I wanted again without the fear of having that pain. So I was like, enough is enough. I've got to do something. So that's where, when I joined Beachbody, I met a girl named Heather online, who is my personal upline coach. And she is awesome and inspiring, and she really has taught me so much as a person, and really inspired me to want to keep going, and just to keep the faith that I can do things that I set my mind to. So with Beachbody, I started doing 21 Day Fix, and I started drinking Shakeology, and Shakeology absolutely took care of my sweets cravings, because I've always been just like a sugaraholic. If there was nothing sweet to eat in the house, I would like bake cookies or something from scratch, because I would want something sweet so bad. I would just take the time to do that. So there's no such thing as like not having something sweet in the house, because I could always make something. But my weakness especially is ice cream. Yeah, I love ice cream. So I started doing 21 Day Fix, and I've been doing the workout and the portion control with the containers, and yeah, it's been awesome. And so that overall has been my story. So now I'm down to 190, and you know, I would love to get down to 170, 160. My absolute goal weight is 140. I'm 5'8", so I don't figure that I'll ever be like 120, 130, but I think I could do 140. I absolutely know I could do 150, because that's what I was when I was exercising for an hour every day on the swim team, and I know that that's a possibility for me, and that, you know, I was really happy at that weight. I had no insecurities whatsoever, you know, bathing suit wise, when I weighed that. So I'd really like to get to that weight again. And so I have a good ways to go. That's 50 pounds. I mean, to get down to 140, that's 50 pounds. But now that I have a group of people surrounding me that are awesome and supportive, and I've got the Fixate cookbook, and that's been really helpful, and everything that I have made from that cookbook has been awesome and does not taste like diet food, which that is the main thing, is that it doesn't really feel like a diet, you know. The workouts, I've been moving my weights up, just using heavier weights, and you know, people have really been noticing that my body's been changing, and that I've been starting to look like my old self, is what people keep saying to me. And so it feels really good. And you know, I think once I hit 180, I will just, it's gonna be crazy, because you know, being under 200 was my first goal, just to get under 200, and that feels amazing to be under that. But now I've been at 190 for a few weeks, and really I was at 192, and I finally got to 190, and now I'm just like, ugh, just to be 180 again, because I was 180 for so long. It was like, that was like my comfy weight. But yeah, so I'm gonna like throw a party or something when I get to 180. Anyways, this has been a long video. I'm gonna make more videos very soon. I just wanted to tell you guys my background, my story, why I have strived so long and fought, you know, I've tried everything from diet pills to, I took Isagenix. I drank Isagenix shakes. I've done cleanses. I've tried raw food. I have done Slim Fast, I've done diet pills, I mean, you name it, I have done it. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that it was so long, but I will see you in my next video. Alright, bye!